Hello, 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 hello. What's today, family? What's today? Is it Tuesday? Today's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, family. Happy November 1. Listen, can you get excited that we are literally 60 days to the end of this year? I honestly can't believe that this year is almost over, but I'm super excited to be here with you today on November 1st. I'm showing up today because today is International Stress Awareness Day. Okay. It is International Stress Awareness Day, plus it is day one of International Stress Awareness Week. And so, for those of you who do not know me, I am Dr. Shana, and I am an executive wellness coach, and I equip high achieving professional women who are overwhelmed and burnt out due to all of the responsibilities of life, career, and relationships to gain clarity and focus so that she can position herself to have it all. I believe if mama ain't right, ain't nobody right. And everything, and I do mean literally everything I do, is to make sure all of my sisters are okay. And so earlier today, I made the post that it is International Stress Awareness Day, and International Stress Awareness Week. And so from November 1 to November 7, I'm going to come live every single day to share some tips. And I won't be here long. I ain't going to hold you long, but as they say, I want to hold you strong. I want to give you some things that you can use, some tips that you can actually activate in your world that are going to help you shift into a space of being less stressed. Anybody can use that. If you if you can use some less stress, can you put that in the chat? I need less stress. Okay, less stress. Put it in the chat. Less stress. And so today is day one. And there's a few things that I want to just start with as we level the playing field around this conversation around stress. Let's first just get clear that stress is something that is normal. We are all going to experience stress. We're all going to have moments of it. It is a natural, normal occurrence and experience. Okay. So let's just start there. It is not something that we can just eliminate 100% of because we're going to have it. It actually can be helpful. It becomes problematic when we have too much and we do not have resources of which to manage it, which is why we're going to have this 7 days worth of conversation around helping us to do so. Okay. Now, there's one other thing that I want to share with you before I hop into the tip. I want you to understand some fundamental things. Okay. Number one is what stress actually is and the kinds of stress that we can experience. Now, there are two kinds of stress. One is called distress. That's the one that we're probably the most familiar with. Distress is that stress that we feel from negative experience and events that causes us to have the negative effects in our body, right? It gives us negative feelings. We don't feel good. We feel overwhelmed. All of the things that none of us actually want to feel. That is distress. That's when something bad happens in life, when somebody got on your nerve, when it's a relationship that's going wrong, whatever the case may be. Distress. So somebody write distress in the chat to make sure you're tracking with me. That's the first type of stress. The second type of stress is called eustress. Not you, but eustress. Eustress. Eustress is stress that occurs as a result of something that's very positive. Anybody ever had a baby? Anybody here ever got married? Anybody here ever got a new job? Anybody ever moved? Any of the things that you actually want to have happen in life, but they cause stress to you. So they're great things, they're positive things, they're things that we want to have happen and we're excited about, but they add stress to our body. Now, you need to also understand that a stressor is anything that taxes your mind, body, emotional, physical, or psychologically, taxes you. So getting up in the morning to figure out what you're going to wear can be stressor. Okay. For some of us, it's a big stress. But the other things I'm talking about that may be good as eustress. Y'all write eustress in the chat. EUSTRESS. Eustress is the good stress, still taxes you emotionally, physically, or psychologically. It's going to happen. What we have to figure out is how do we learn to manage it? Okay. Now, here's my goal. Let me say this before I hop into what the technique or tool is for today, is I'm challenging us all to take this 7-day ride to try each of the techniques that I'm talking about over the course of the next 7 days. And I'm hoping to find out if our levels of stress reduce over the 7 days. Okay. So what I want you to do first right now is take stock of where's your stress level right now today. Are you at a 1? Are you at a 10? Where are you right now today with your level of stress? And if you want to share, put in the chat. Maybe you a 5 or 6 or 7. Maybe somebody's a 10, y'all. And life is lifing and it's doing a whole lot. But figure out where are you right now with your level of stress, okay? And when we get to day 7, we're going to figure out, did this work? And were we able to reduce some of it? Because I promise you, if we use some of these techniques I'm talking about, you will see a difference in your level of stress, okay? All of these are examples of self-care. So for those of you who know me, you know I'm out here and the work that I do in this world is really to help us be well and to take care of ourselves. But stress is one of the reasons that can keep us feeling terrible and us not being well, okay? All right, so our very first tool or technique for stress, number 1, y'all ready for it? The very first one is you want to be able to identify what your stressors are. So the thing is, you can't do anything about something that you don't even know exists or where it's coming from. So one of the things we got to understand, are you facing more eustress or distress right now? Are the things in your world imploding because it's negative stuff happening? Or is it so much good stuff happening, your overwhelm is showing up and you're feeling stressed as a result of it? So that's 1A, okay? So we're going to put that as 1A. You got to identify what are your sources of stress. That's your first thing. Now, 1B is you want to create some kind of routine that's going to be around the areas of stress that's going to support you. So I want you to think about some things like this. This is a holistic approach to wellness or self-care. That's a routine that you create. So for example, if my area of stress is I'm getting ready to get married, for instance, let's say that's my area of stress. It's eustress. What routine of self-care can I place around that to help support me to reduce my stress? Maybe one of the things I need to do because I'm overwhelmed with the planning is I need to hire some help. Or maybe I need to ask my best friend or ask my mom or ask my sister or ask someone to support me in this space. Now, for you, maybe it's distress and it's things that are happening on your job. Maybe for you, a holistic form of self-care or a routine for you might be get up in the morning, take some deep breaths and meditate for a little while. Maybe you need to use meditation and deep breathing on a daily basis to help you start a day that you already know is going to be stressful because of what you know you got to face. You got to begin thinking about what is my area of stress and what can I wrap around it to support me as a routine activity to take care of my emotional, psychological, and even at times physical self. So number 1, identify what your source of your stress is, 1A. And 1B is what routine can you wrap around it that's going to support you as you manage and deal with it. Now, I don't know what it is for you, but I want you to begin thinking about what that could look like for you, okay? The first point in any change process, ladies and gentlemen, is awareness. If we are not aware, we can't do anything about it, okay? So I want you to begin thinking about that right now, okay? I see I got some stress is a level 10, okay? It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Do you understand the source of your stress? Yes or no? Can you think of a potential holistic routine you can put around it that's going to support you in managing it? Okay, whatever it might be. That is your first step. That is your first step. That's the thing. And that's it. I'm not going to give you anything else today because every day I'm going to add to this and give you more things to consider. But I'm of the school of thought, if we're going to get well, we're going to do it 1% at a time. We're not going to do this all in one shot. We're going to take our time to get there, okay? The beauty is there is an opportunity for you to control and manage stress, control it, manage it, reduce it, and eliminate the things that are necessary. Because some of our stress we bring on ourselves, right? We do. We are the source. We are the founder of it. And with that said, we can also be the one that changes it, okay? We need to understand that when we're under a great level of distress or eustress, either one of them, stress on the body literally breaks our bodies down, and stress actually can kill. It kills our cells in our body. It makes our functions of our body not work as well. It can shut down our immune system, our heart, or give us anxiety and all of these things. So we must understand the value and importance of what we're talking about for the next 7 days. Now, here's what I'm asking you to do. If you're committed to this next 7 days of a journey, just give me an I'm in the chat. Just say I'm in, which tells me that you're with me and you're going to show up every day. So here's the thing. I'm going to come live every day. I just can't tell y'all what time. I'm traveling over the next 7 days and I'm in conferences and all of this thing. So I can't commit to a particular time. I will say that it would typically be in the evening, such as this. Just make sure you got your notifications on. Make sure you have your notifications on. And if you have them on, you'll be notified when I'll go live. Okay. Or you can come back and watch the replay because I am doing this on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram as well, all at the same time. So any of those platforms, you'll be able to come back and find the day of live of what the tip was. Stephanie says, my job and idea of looking for a new one. Okay. So Stephanie, to your point, if that's your area of distress, then what routine can you place around that that's going to support you emotionally, psychologically, and physically? Maybe that is organizing your day so you're not doing it all day long. And you say, I'm going to spend 1 hour looking for a new job each day. And that's it, instead of looking for one all day long throughout the day. That creates more stress. And if it's your job, then maybe you think about using meditation and mindfulness in the morning before you get to the job to bring yourself into a calm place. Does that make sense, Stephanie? And if you're able to employ some of those things, then maybe you can help reduce what you're feeling about those situations. That's step one, folks. I hope that helps somebody get an idea of what you can create for yourself as your routine that's going to support you. Okay. So with that said, I'm not going to be long. When I show up, I'm going to give you these tips. I got my I'm ins. I love it. I love it. I love it. Wonderful, Stephanie. Try it and let me know how it works. Tonight, everyone, write down what your stress level is today. When we get to day 7, we're going to reevaluate and see how we're doing. Okay? If you're in, tell me you're in. And I want to make sure I see you back here tomorrow. Again, can't tell you what time. It'll probably be in the evening just like this. Around this time, but I'm gonna be traveling literally starting tomorrow for the next 7 days. Okay. All right, folks. Well, y'all have a great rest of your day 1 of International Stress Awareness Week. I can't wait to see how much we're able to reduce our stress over the next 7 days. I'm with you on the journey, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.